We've always believed at Island Savings that we want to align ourselves and support people in our community that have the same values and passions as we do. That's why we're so proud to support organizations like the Victoria Hospitals Foundation. It's an organization that supports our communities and helps make them a better place to live, work, and play.
We're committed to helping the Victoria Hospitals Foundation because it's such an important part of our community. You spend enough time on this planet, you're going to know somebody that has been in peril, that has needed help. The last thing you want to hear is we lost somebody because we didn't have a piece of equipment, we didn't have enough staff, whatever the case may be. It's critical that we do everything that we can in our power to make sure that we're all safe. Because if we can't make a better world while we're here, then what are we doing? Like, why are we here?
Cerner Canada is committed to supporting the Victoria Hospital Foundation. We've had a long-standing relationship with the organization that spans 20 plus years. It's been more important than ever, I think, this year to support the ongoing efforts of the foundation. We are living through a pandemic that affects each and every one of us, but we have such a tremendous respect for the frontline workers. Certainly the pandemic has exemplified how important they are and how mission critical they are in the work that they do day in and day out. So this year more than ever, we think it's extremely important that we show our support in any way we can.
Philanthropy is important to Blaine and to Brown Brothers. He's been doing business in this community for a long time himself. You know, you go through a lot of ups and downs in that time as a business owner. You know, your own family, your staff's family, you see so much need. It sort of really struck close to home. And as I say, we're all affected by the pandemic. And so supporting the frontline workers that work at our local hospitals, it's a no-brainer, really. There's nothing more important, I think, than, you know, giving back at times like this.
Visions is going to look a little bit different this year, but on behalf of all of our employees, I am very excited to once again support the Victoria Hospitals Foundation to help create such an amazing impact for the community. For the doctors, nurses, healthcare staff, and support workers, and everyone involved in helping keep our most vulnerable healthy, thank you. On behalf of everyone, the sponsors, the patients, the family members, the work you do is so incredible and it has so much impact.
For 10 years, Media One, M1 Agency, and M1 Films have been proud to support the Victoria Hospitals Foundation. Hospitals are there for all of us, always. So it's our responsibility to do what we can to have the tools and equipment they need. For 30 years, that's been the mission of Visions, and we want to make sure that continues.
Philanthropy has been woven into the Thrifty Foods DNA in our culture since 1977. As leaders within Thrifty Foods, our job is to continue that legacy. Supporting an initiative like Visions is still critically important, especially in a year like this where all of us have undergone such an incredible amount of change. There is one message that I would send to our frontline caregivers. Thank you.
Mike and I have pretty deep roots here in Victoria. We have large extended families here. We have 4 kids in this community. We also employ a lot of people in this community.
Having loved ones that are affected by healthcare, I think it's so important to be a part of something like this. If I was speaking with somebody that was considering giving to hospitals, I would say this. I would say with the recent pandemic, there's never been a better time to recognize the support of our frontline healthcare workers. And if you haven't been affected directly by someone that needs support when it comes time that you do, you'll be very grateful for paying it forward.
When my son was a child, he got pseudotumors, and it was a terrifying experience. And it was the amazing neuro-ophthalmologist who had access to MRI machines and CT scanners that could get us a nearly instant diagnosis, which really helps to reduce the stress. A few years ago, my stepson Keith had a heart attack while running the Victoria Marathon. And again, having immediate access to care allowed him to get 2 stents put in within an hour of his heart attack, and it saved his life. And they also helped save my husband's life. He's had 9 operations in the last 6 years. It's really made all the difference in my life. I mean, I'd much rather be out having fun with my family than being a widow.